think that I just come in there and look for knockoffs, and that's not the case. I'm actually a sharp, smart fighter.
So, well, I'm here. Who wants to fight me?
I really don't care who's in front of me. I don't feel like no fighter can beat me.
Welcome to Bodywork. Welcome back. It's Michael Rogers. Welcome to Bodywork Boxing. It feels so good to be back. Man, how y'all doing out there, man? It's an honor and a privilege to be able to talk a little bit of boxing. I hope all is well, man. Salute the Cookie Monster. I appreciate you for being in the building as always. Man. Said mic check, 1 2 1 2, sounding like $1,000,000. Oh shucks. That's what I like to hear, that I'm crystal clear. There's been a lot going on, here lately in the boxing world. More in the grand scheme of boxing. Between the Grand Prix the other day, some of those fights, between the Jake Paul Shenanigans. We also had a couple other people had some fights here to wrap it up, but last couple of days, yesterday was my birthday. Today's my lady's birthday. We just been a couple Sagittarius just kicking it, man, just relaxing, man. It's been a peaceful weekend, man. We went out to eat, got some seafood, enjoyed each other's company, later around, watched a couple of the shows that we like to watch together, man, and we can't complain, man. It's good to have another revolution, add another year under your belt, and for the most part, I would say 95-5. I normally go by the 80-20 rule, but when 95% and everything is good, you just got the 5% that's bad. I'll take those odds all day, every day, 2 times on Sunday. You feel me? Comprende? But older you get, the more wiser you get, the more reflective you get, and the more premium you put on peace. And there is still a lot of gaslighting out here, man. There's still a lot of people out here that's gonna rattle your chain, try to kick your ball over the fence, try to get you riled up, try to get you discombobulated, try to get you on some old stupid craziness. And I was reminded, I've been watching, today we was watching Dogface on that Real Life Media Production, the Blue Couch. Man, some of the realest talk. Appreciate you, Cookie Monster. Some of the realest talk here lately, man. He basically was talking about Charleston White, and he put it in a nutshell. It's like he said it, and this is what I feel. This is what I feel like it comes down to. Especially, like, it happens in every genre, but there are some people in boxing that does this. He basically was describing Charleston White, and he said, man, when he first came out, he was a breath of fresh air because you didn't have too many people in that space that was just keeping it real. Just saying what everybody was thinking, what everybody was afraid to say. And then he got on this thing to where he became a shock jock. He was doing a lot of things for pure sensationalism. And I was like, man, I know a couple of those. He was like, man, I don't take him serious. He's like, we know that it's always going to be something to where when something is normal, when something is right and exact, he's going to take the opposing end. And if you've been around this channel listening to me for any extended period of time, I'll be pointing these kind of people out all the time to where we know what should be happening in boxing. We know what's abnormal in boxing. We know what's going to hurt the sport. We know what's going to help the sport. And we know when certain people in the sport are not doing it right, whether it's the boxer, whether it's the promoter, whether it's people ducking, whether it's, creators who push a certain narrative. We already know what's going on. But I realize, man, some people are just stuck in the shock jock era, man. I think maybe sometimes the most shocking thing I do is probably the thumbnails, but that's just an advertisement for the show. So I kind of dialed it back. I used to show people on my thumbnails getting obliterated. Now I just do something that's a little eye-catching, something to say, hey man, let me come take a gander and see what he's talking about if you don't know what's going on now. If you already subscribed to the show, you already know what time I come on. If you're not subscribed to the show, please subscribe to the show. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, super chat, hype the videos. We keep it real, and for the most part, we keep it all the way boxing. But we're gonna get into the main thing here. But we're gonna get into some housekeeping first. Salute, AC. What's going on with you?
What's good, brother man? What's good, brother man? Just working hard, getting stuff done. You already know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I figure I'll just come on and talk a little bit of boxing tonight, man. I'm about to get into the housekeeping though.
Okay.
Here we go. Number one, Tim Tszyu and Tony Harrison are both back in the win column. Now, Tim Tszyu, man, I think Tim Tszyu is one of those guys where I pretty much said that he might be one of them boxers to where you kind of got to save him from himself. Definitely a fan-friendly fighter because he doesn't really duck or dodge any smoke. He is an Australian. He do be talking that, he's full of moxie. He'll get in there with pretty much anybody. I think that, and part of him, he was being if we had to go to a throwback, somebody like a Darnell Boone, where it's like, man, if you didn't take all of these rough, rugged customers in a row, then maybe some of the blemishes you got on your record might not be there. However, from a fan standpoint, we appreciate it. We want you to run toward the smoke. You might have to manage Tim Tszyu a little bit at this point, because we want these boxers to have all their faculties and all of that. But he was able to get back in the win column. He moved up to 160, but at least he fought there. And people were talking about him pretty much pulling somebody up and all this. I mean, he fought at 160. You know what I'm saying? It's weird and crazy how we point out these quirky little things when it comes to certain boxers, man. The good thing about Tim Tszyu is that he got back in. He didn't take his ball and go home. He's still fighting a good fight in the sport. Hopefully he will be tactical. Part of me still kind of want to see him and Keith Thurman. With the Fundora and Keith Thurman fight looming, even with that fight put aside, I still kind of wanted to see, because of that build-up, the trash talking, the style clash. I'm still waiting to see what Keith Thurman still got in the tank. Hoping that he's still motivated. Hoping that we don't get any more hiccups with Keith Thurman and Fundora. So he was able to actually get back in the win column and do his thing. Also, one of his former opponents, one of Jermell Charlo's former opponents, Tony Harrison, super bad. He was able to get back in the win column. I seen an interview with Tony Harrison last week, and parts of it was a little hard for me to watch, only because I in some points I heard a little stutter and I heard a little delay, and I'm just like, man, I'm at that point where it's like I was just talking about Tim Tszyu. You can't really protect a boxer from himself as a fan. All you can do really at some points is just voice your opinion. And I'm like, just seeing the victory that he was able to get, he wound up stopping the dude to the body. But like, I think at this point in time, man, Tony Harrison don't need to be getting hit no more, man. I mean, we will see if Tszyu is damaged good, but Tszyu is a little younger. Tszyu, I don't think Tszyu has taken much damage. I think it's been like a more recency type thing where he's accumulated more damage recently. But I think, man, Tony Harrison, it's kind of hard, man, because I think Tony Harrison got a lot to give to the sport. I mean, he was coaching Alicia Baumgartner for a little while. You know what I'm saying? Not sure what happened. I think it was a little messiness there. I don't get into that. But I think that he can give tutelage to some of the young guys. I know that he had a gym. He was talking about, getting the roof fixed. I know that he gives back to the community. At this point, and this is just me, I'm not going to try to dash another boxer's dream. I would rather see Tony Harrison give back and be in somebody's corner and be one of them guys who are like, oh, okay, Tony got another guy on the team. Okay, cool. We'll see what's going on coming out of Detroit and all that. That's the thing I kind of want to see him in. It was parts in that fight that I was looking at. And I was just like, he getting hit too much. And Tony is more like he's more of a pure boxer. At times he could have been a boxer puncher. I think Tony was at like a 70% clip though, as far as knockout. I think, I gotta look him back up, but I thought he was at a 70%. But like, depending on the level of competition, because he's talking about fighting Laura and Carlos Adames and them guys, and I'm like, man, I don't know, man. I don't know. Somebody like Carlos Adames at this point in time, with that big right hand that Carlos Adames got, man. Even though he do have a little bit of inactivity, he's not as active. I just don't know how I see Tony comparing to the other guys at 160. I know he has a set of skills, but at some point in time, when is enough? I don't even look at Jermell Charlo like that, like being like as long in the tooth, because he didn't really sustain the kind of damage that you see somebody like Tony. Like, it's like his punch resistance might not all the way be there. He talked about sparring these younger guys who output was very high and they put in that work, and how, that was going to help him translate. Now, he did have good recovery. He was recovering, and he was kind of like closing out a lot of them rounds and knocking old buddy down towards the end of the round. He wound up finishing with a vicious body shot. You know what I'm saying? To deliver. You always got to salute that body work, but when you got to spar and you setting up with these younger guys, we in the era now where people would take pride in sparring, and there might be one good section, one of these young guys going in and hit Tony and be like, yeah, so just so they could brag to their friends, like, yeah, I got out on Tony Harrison today in sparring. And when you sparring them guys, they say a lot of people leave stuff in the gym, and a lot of people get shit beat out of them in the gym. That way, when they come out to the fight night, they say it's easier because it's less punishment. But at the same time, they done went through so much, and I can imagine that Detroit, much like Baltimore, much like New York, in a place where if you make it out of there, man, you had to climb a pile, and you took some, you took some abuse on your way, up the ladder. And so I don't really want to see this. This is me personally. It's my personal take, man. I hope Tony. I ain't gonna say you take it easy, but I would like for if he would to say, all right, you know what I'm saying. I realize, hey, man, this is a young man's sport, and I'm gonna do my thing right here, and he go out with that, knocking Buddy out with a body shot. I would appreciate that. I think that would age well and just get to coaching, get to giving back to the youth. I'm pretty sure you made some bread. You could do your thing, but I don't want to see Tony go out like the way some of these young guys, because these young guys in that ring, they're gonna pull the trigger on Tony, man. And I don't think he can stand there because he's not. When I saw him, he's not fighting away. It looked like he's trying to do what Laura doing. What Laura is like a little more stationary. Laura's a little bit more in front of you. I just think that with Tony, I'm used to seeing Tony slip punches, move, use his feet, pop the jab, you know what I'm saying? Fight off the jab, get out of there. You know what I'm saying? He used the ropes at time, but then he get off the ropes. I'm just looking at him like one of the more slicker boxers. You know what I'm saying? Like like a pure boxer, or sometimes a boxer puncher. I'm not used to seeing him stand there. And with these guys up there at 160, man, they kind of bring in that pain. So I'm petitioning for Tony to be like, hey, look, man, I done gave boxing what it needs. I'm going to give back in another way by coaching. And I think he'll be an excellent coach. We've seen a little bit of it with AB, but that's just me. But he was able to get back in the win column. So salute to Tony Harrison, man. Number 2, Alicia Baumgardner, AB, and Sweet Caroline Dubois. So Alicia the Bomb, AB, and Carolina Dubois, Sweet Caroline, CD. I believe they on the crash collision course. I know that a lot of people, I see that some people, they're using the whole across the pond USA thing. I don't think that this is one of them things, man. I don't think this is one of them things to where you could just blindly be like, oh, I'm going for the US on this one. It's like, yeah, you can. But as far as skill-wise, I think Caroline Dubois has every bit of skill to get with AB. Especially since I don't think AB looked the same since, her little situation. I don't care what nobody say. You could say she fine all day, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could say she looked good and all that. All that stuff don't got nothing to do with boxing. Just because somebody easy on the eye that don't have nothing to do with no skills. You could say Caroline Dubois looked like a tomboy, but guess what? She fight like a man. You know what I'm saying? She has some good defense, man. And I think that this is going to be one of them things to where, yeah, AB might be able to put some hands on Caroline, but I don't know if AB will be able to handle what Caroline got coming back. I think she is very nifty. I think that her 1-2, like her technique and the fact that she'll jab on you, she'll 1-2 you, she'll hook off to the body, and she be out of there. She be in and out like a robbery. Like she be, I'm waiting on that fight, man. I hope they don't drag this out. But the fact that she made her debut on MVP, one of the things when I say that Jake Paul is a poison pill, one of the things that I do say is what he's doing. What I do attribute him for and salute him for is what he's doing with women's boxing. You know what I'm saying? Stevie Wonder can see the impact that he has on women's boxing. You know what I'm saying? Plus, given the fact they say Stevie can really see. You know what I'm saying? He be catching mics. People be waving to him in silence and he be waving back. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, Stevie can see the impact that Jake Paul has on women's boxing. And with Caroline signing up and going to go join that party, I think that they are on a crash collision course. I don't think that AB need to be, if they want to do the caddy thing with her and Clarissa, yeah, but that's a fight that I don't think ever is going to happen. I'd rather see somebody like Clarissa get it on with somebody like Shadeja Green, after she get it on with Franchon again. But I'm excited about Caroline Dubois in her performance, because she pretty much was in there just beating old girl up, her opponent, her opponent couldn't do nothing. She was getting stole. She got in a couple good licks, but like her defense, man, I think Caroline's defense is very, very underrated. Might be the best aspect of her game. How she can get off her punches and then get out of there, and how she exit and all that, man. She fight like a man, for real, for real. You know, my father-in-law, he was basically saying that he like how AB fight. He was like, she fight like a dude. He was like, he was doing a demonstration. He was demonstrating how she punched and all that. And I'm like, yeah. And I used to be really, really big on Alicia. You know, she wound up going 12 rounds, 3-minute rounds. She got 3 of them straps. I think she did good. Very technical. You know, for me as a guy who just like boxing in general, I was able to, you know, enjoy the fight. You know, I thought that around the 7th round, I think that she could have stepped on the gas and been more opportunistic and showed that it's levels and got old girl out of there, because I think if she would have just put them together a little bit better after she had already frustrated, because it's real frustrating when somebody's going to be technical, where like they can get you in spurts, they can time you and maybe get one off, but like when you just bombing on your opponent, just 1-2, you busting up her eyes, you know, she do got to get back to going all the way back down to that body. You know what I'm saying? I think she could do a little more body work for sure, especially since she was known to have power. I'm not sure if that power looked the same since her little situation, but as far as her technical abilities and being with Derek, she definitely has that. She could, in the second half of that fight, if she is going to fight those 3-minute rounds, I think she can start doing what most technical boxers do, to where they frustrate you. They play the game to where you reach, I teach, you make a mistake, then you pay, and then like in the second half, that's when they start like stepping it up and showing that, okay, I'm not just going to hit you once or twice. I'm going to put these 3 and 4 pieces together. I'm going to go downstairs, and then sometimes I'm just going to stand there. I'm going to trade with you. I'm going to put some hot sauce, heavy mustard on them ribs, and I'm going to try to get you up out of there. I think she could have ratcheted it up, and the fight wouldn't have went the distance. I think she probably could have stopped her in like the 8th or the 9th round, if I'm going to be honest. And you know, in that fight with her and Caroline, I'm kind of leaning towards Caroline Dubois, even though she's a little younger. I just think that the defense is there. I think that she does have some real power. She do got some real power, like some real power. She hit old girl. Old girl didn't even realize she was already on the canvas by the time she dropped her, and it was so quick. And she hit, and then she get her head off the line and she get out the way. She's like a sniper, man. I'm excited about that fight. I hope they don't drag it out for too long, but they are on a crash collision course, in my opinion. The first fight was a Olympic from Maryland. Yeah, Jamal Harvey. He's from Oxon Hill, man. From Oxon Hill, man. I was in Oxon Hill. I was down that way on Friday, man. But yeah, he looked real good. Yeah, I'll get into Jamal Harvey as well. But let me finish up this. The last part of this, man, Teofimo's high probability to lose to Shakur. Now, you probably like, what you talking about, Mike? If you listen, I'm gonna tell you, right? I heard a interview, and I promise you, I hope that this is just a little bit of gamesmanship coming from Teofimo Sr. But I heard this man in a very short interview, you can go check it out for yourself, where he said that Teofimo Lopez is going to outbox Shakur Stevenson. Now, let's just say 2 fights, right? Two, let's just say big fights, right? We had the Errol Spence versus Terrence Crawford, right? If Errol and Derek would have told me that they weren't going there and try to outbox Terrence, I would have been like, oh nah, that's not, nah. But if you're gonna try to do that, man, I gotta lean towards Bud. I didn't think that. I thought he was gonna go in there and do what he does. You know what I'm saying? Like pressure, relentless body work, impose his will, jab, go to the body, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't give you time to think. That's what I thought Earl was going to do, But if you would have told me he was going to go in there and try to box Terrence, I would have told you, yeah, well, give me Terrence then, even though Earl was my guy. The other big fight we had recently, and that was Devin Haney versus Brian Norman. Right? If Brian Norman, if Junior and Senior would have told me, hey, yeah, we about to go in there and we're gonna try to box Devin's head off, I'd have been like, well, damn, man. I guess I gotta go with Devin then. There are certain people to where, and I know me and AC, we talk about this. There's certain people to where if you go in there and that's your game plan to try to outbox them, because another one would be Richard Hitchens. If you really thinking you're gonna go in there and really just outbox him, nah. Shakur Stevens is another one of them dudes. If you think you're just gonna go in there and try to like at his game, that's his wheelhouse. So for them to think, now I'm not saying it's impossible for Teofimo to do that. I'm just saying I wouldn't. That's not the game plan I would be trying to do. The hit and not get hit. That's what Shakur do. He will be able to touch you, you know what I'm saying, enough to put points on the board and then make you whiff, make you miss, make you pay, make you look sloppy and like maybe even embarrass you a little bit, you know what I'm saying, swinging, getting reckless, getting over aggressive, have you whiffing to where it's like ring generalship, yeah. Effective punching, yeah, he'll be more effective than you because, you know, it'll be like he'll hit you. He might not have as much volume, but like he'll be more efficient. And so he'll already be winning on 2 of the cards. Ring generalship, no, 3 of the cards. Ring generalship, defense, and effective punching. He will already win. And then if he have you in there whiffing effective aggression, you won't win. So by the 4 scoring criteria in a boxing match, I don't think that that's the best plan. So hopefully that's something that they just like, I mean, can he outbox him? Maybe, depending on, because this is Shakur's first time, you know, and we don't know how he's going to look up there at 140, like carrying that weight around, doing it for 12 rounds and all of that. But I'm thinking, man, he's not going to be depleted at all. He's going to be conditioned, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen Shakur have an issue with gassing out. You know, training at that weight, being a student of the game, him, you know, he like to take the quiz 1,000 times and then take the test so that he pretty much ain't gonna get none of the answers wrong. I think it's enough film and enough footage on T.O., like good T.O. and bad T.O., just like good Rex Grossman, bad Rex Grossman, good Jay Cutler, bad Jay Cutler, when they used to do that on the Sundays about these quarterbacks. I think there's enough good T.O., bad T.O., enough bad T.O. film out there from boxers like Jermaine Ortiz, like Sandor Martin, to where Shakur can mimic some of those things. Even like coming from a southpaw, when after Loma, you know, took his hands out of his pockets after about the 6th, 7th round, when he started ratcheting up his activity, he had a little bit of success against T.O. in those later rounds as a southpaw with, you know, being taller with a, you know, with more range than Lomachenko. There's definitely some things that he's seen on there that Loma was able to do that he's going to implement because he is a student of the game. Most of Shakur's game is cerebral, and it's mental warfare. So I'm thinking, man, if Senior and Junior, which I don't know, hey, that's y'all the ones that get paid the big bucks. I'm just the guy that make content and I love the sport. So never mind me. But to the people that listen to me right now, if they think they're going to go in there and outbox Shakur, then give me Shakur straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me Shakur 95-5. Like, right now, I got it like a 50-50 because I know that Teofimo rises to the level of his competition. He know that he will have a lot of egg on his face if he let this guy from 35 move up, one of the guys that's not one of the 4 kings, and he give a guy a shot at one of the 4 kings that's not one of the 4 kings, and he can be unseated, then I don't think that's the right game plan. I think Teofimo should be opportunistic. I think that like everybody else, when I say with Shakur, man, you gotta make it dirty. You gotta make it ugly. You gotta entice Shakur. You gotta get Shakur to have to fight you, defend you, to have to fend you off. But if you go in there thinking, you know, you make them miss, make them pay, and all this and all that, like, yeah, in the back of your mind, yeah, at your core, If you're boxing core, yeah. But like, nah, if that's the game plan, man, give me Shakur. So I hope that's gamesmanship. But that is the housekeeping, man. That's what I got as far as the housekeeping. There's a lot of other things, little things that I could have touched on and talked about, but you know, to not be messy today. That's where I'm going to keep it at, man. What you got to say about any of those things, AC?
Well, I'm gonna start going backwards. For me, I would like to know his interpretation of outboxing Shakur Stevenson, because they did say something like that, similar to that, but not those exact words when it came down to Loma, and then we seen his performance against Loma. So for me, I think it's some gamesmanship, because on the opposite side of the coin, for me, it's Shakur saying he wants to dominate. So if you're going to dominate, you're pretty much going to fall into Theo's wheelhouse with being a sharp counterpuncher. If Theo decides he's going to box, then you cannot outbox Shakur Stevenson. So it's still based on the hyperbole of what these two guys are talking. You still got me stuck at a 50-50 point. You know what I'm saying? They still got me stuck at a 50-50 point. But I still internally want to feel a certain way that's saying, yeah, I'm expecting Shakur to win. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't be surprised if Tio pulls it off. Part of me is feeling like, you know what? Just put on your fuck it jacket, your fuck it hat, some new pair of sneakers you got called Fuck It's 1996, and just say, you know what? Support Tio. I don't know how many people out here are actually supporting him, but just to play devil's advocate on this one, just support Tio on this one. See if he could rise to the occasion and, you know, make it happen 3 times in a row. And that would be something amazing for me. To have these bad performances, you know, leading up to it, or semi-good performances, but then when you get in these big fights, it's like, bruh, you can't count that man out, man. He's gonna show up and show out on this one. So if he's one of those guys, that would be, you know, something really, really cool, in my opinion, to latch on to. And I think, you know, for some of the casuals and stuff like that may be interested in this fight, that might be where they're really trying to put their cash in the bank, having those receipts. Also having the receipts of Theo has beaten 2 highly technical fighters that going into the fight, he was supposed to lose those fights to these guys.
Yep.
So I'm just like, I don't. Where do you go with that? How do you process that? How do you take that into this one when you look at it on paper? Shakur is more talented, or as we saying, he's more talented than those 2 guys. Although we haven't seen Shakur in those type of fights that those other 2 guys have given us. But it's just being touted that automatically he's supposed to be more talented than those 2 guys. So this is where you haven't faced somebody like me as a pro. I haven't faced somebody like you as a pro. So it's one of these things where you start nitpicking and start to listen and pay attention and try to nitpick at the mindsets and shit like that. So I think I'm gonna put on my fuck it outfit, and I'm gonna stay true to it and play devil's advocate on this one and give Tio that support, and say we might see something spectacular. So I'm gonna give Mr. Lopez his support and just saying this is a great fight. I don't want to get into none of the politics of the fight. It's just a great fight on face value, and that's where I'm gonna keep it.
Yeah, I would say, man, it's I kind of got the thing going on with like that I had with Brian Norman, where I believe if I had to put something on it for the business of boxing, I kind of think it would be better for T.O. to win for the business, because if Shakur is able to win with the way that he's been moving, oh man, you ain't gonna be able to tell him nothing. 2, he gonna be moving all kinds of crazy. You know what I'm saying? He's already moving a little. I like this move because I think he should be going to 140. But for the business, I think that, man, boxing, the business of boxing and how people are moving, because it's going to make all of that, like, it's going to make the conversation with him and Oshaki, that's going to make it different. It's going to justify. People are going to be like, they're going to be extra about everything he's saying, like what he's saying about Ray Ford and how he do this. They're going to be like, they're going to basically make him a shot caller. And I'm like, I don't know if he should be that way. On the flip side, it could go to T.O.'s head, like when he actually won those belts at 35. I hope we get a good fight. Maybe T.O. is the southpaw killer. Because, you know, his father and them, that's what their claim to fame is. Like, nah, we got something for these southpaws. So maybe I want to see a good, entertaining fight. I just think if we come out there and we see T.O. like doing stuff like that, it's gonna be a long, boring night. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You know I'm gonna text you early and be like, yeah, it's gonna be one of them, bro. This is, oh my goodness. Oh
yeah, I don't want him to go in there with his rifle, man. I want him to go in there with his twin Glocks. You know what I'm saying? Like the joint down in the boot. You know what I'm saying? I don't want him going in there with a rifle and shit.
Yeah, you know, and for the Alicia fight, I honestly thought, I looked at old girl that she was fighting, the Layla chick. I looked at her in the same vein that I kind of look at Fabio Wardley. Like, she could take a licking and keep on ticking, and if you let her, you know, get that shot off and be able to turn the tide, then it's going to be really, really hard for you. That's why I was saying, you know, I'm expecting Shorty to take over or step it up in the second half of the fight. And Alicia's check hook and her countering was the biggest decision. And I don't, in a big fight like that, facing that type of opponent, I don't think her corner really knew what to give her, because it's still like, once you started getting caught with it, and by the third round, both your eyes are starting to get lumped up. Your corner never told you, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what advice they could have gave her, but it was like they never told you to switch it up from the 1-2 you kept on trying to come in with. You stayed trying to come in with the 1-2, and she just started to pick you apart. And it was, the fight started to play and looked eerily similar to me as the Devin Haney versus Brian Norman fight, where you got stuck in a moment and your corner couldn't get you out of that moment, to whereas there were things you could have done that could have, you know, put you back in the fight. I'm not saying you would have won the fight, but put you back in the fight. But you weren't doing those things. You know what I'm saying? You was just letting her counter the crap out of you. And that check hook, she just couldn't miss with that shit. You know, because your approach to her, you know, you were punching further out, and then you're trying to punch, like, basically like when you, in paintball and airsoft, it's a thing you call pre-shooting your corners. And that'll almost always guarantee you to hit on the peekaboo style of CQB, and one guy's in the corner, or both of you are in the corner or behind barriers.
Mm-hmm.
So you never made that adjustment. So if you didn't make the adjustment, Alicia was just gonna, all right, this is what you're giving me. I'll take that shit all day. Make this shit mad easy for me. Look at me. I'm not even caught, not even scarred. You didn't land a clean shot on the chick until the 11th round. Early in the first round, you came out, you was doing that little work to the body. I don't know why you abandoned that jab to the body and then closed the distance and start working on her body. I felt you were the heavier puncher, but you just let her technical ability just dictate every part of that fight. Masterclass. Congratulations, Alicia Baumgardner. Yeah, great performance in my opinion. Hopefully this gets you back where you need to be, and the collision course between you and Dubois' sister. I like this performance from you. I'm just nervous for you in that Dubois joint, because you have like this sort of arrogance and cockiness that if you take that into this fight, it may not go really, 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 really well for you. So with that being said, I'm, as it is right now, until the fight is made and until, you know, everything going, I'm leaning more towards Dubois' sister on this one. And Tony Harrison, yeah, I think you should be. I think you should have just stayed with the coaching thing. If you're gonna give us one or two more fights before you and walk out the door, cool. I ain't got no issue with that. At the end of the day, when B Norm lost, I was a person I was kind of feeling that, you know, maybe Tony Harrison will be a young enough guy that he'll understand your pop's perspective, he'll understand your perspective, and I think he's that kind of student of the game, to whereas he'll be able to work with both of y'all and bring up some of those technical flaws. I think he's a good guy, probably in my opinion one of the best guys to try to learn the absolute fundamentals on, because you see, even though Alicia's in a different direction with Derek James, and he's also a master of the fundamentals, but if you've been trained by a Tony Harrison on the fundamentals and a Derek James on the fundamentals, nobody moving forward goes in there and tries to outbox Alicia Baumgardner, because her fundamental IQ, I think, is going to be way past any other female that she faces. You know what I'm saying? It's just her mindset. You kind of fuck with me because you got that like James Toney type mindset to a certain degree, and to me that's a little scary. But other than that, I think she can go real far. I think, you know, she can accomplish a lot of things that she can accomplish. I also feel that in the perfect fight, sticking to what she does and then being able to recognize when to turn it up and shit like that, she definitely can beat Dubois' sister and beat her impressively. But to me, it's all in the mindset, and that's where it gets a little crazy for me. But Caroline, she ain't nothing to play with, man. She's different. She different as far as these female fighters go. Like her, to me, her and Sebastian's sister, it's like them two chicks, they built different. You know, I don't know if it's because they grew up with brothers that box and they like, you know, I'm trying to hang and be in the same conversations with my brother, but it's just a little like, wow. And you know, but for me, Tony Harrison, I would love to see him coaching. I would love to see him get his hands on a good fighter that he can build and work with, and, you know, other people start going to his camp to just, you know, going to his gym to get work, tighten up some things. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I ended.
Yeah, good points. As
And
always.
also Happy New Year, bro. I realized that what was that, Saturday, right? Yesterday.
Yeah, yeah. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. What's up, Melazar?
What's up? What's up?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing fine, but you're a birthday guy, you know? You're a birthday man because not birthday boys. We're not boys no more. Happy birthday, brother.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man.
You get to that number that we even want to tell. I know.
Yeah. Big 45, man. I don't feel like, well, I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I do be feeling like it.
Yeah. Mine was in December, you know? We're from that generation.
Yeah.
It was a good weekend.
Yeah,
I saw it.
You brought up Jamal Harvey, man. I was impressed. He from Oxon Hill, man. You know, I'm from PG County, so Oxon Hill is one of them places. Like I'm from Suitland. I was born and raised in Suitland, pretty much for the early part, and then I moved out to Landover. But like Oxon Hill and Suitland is like they like right next door to each other. So I'm from that area. Even Lamont Roach, even down Capitol Heights, where the Russells is from, like that same general area down there, it's like all the same. It's just depending on how
so
far
it's a big boxing culture over there. It's a big boxing culture around that area.
But I was impressed by that little dude. I see sometimes though when they have a lot of energy and you know that it's just levels, I just want them to settle down and just do what they got to do to get their man out of there.
He did some stuff with his feet that he moved and step aside, and how he was able to move angles just using not runnings. It's just like it's not a jumping, but like a side step. Instead of doing backwards, he did it sideways, and he got impressive move. He like to stay in the pocket and avoid punches too. That opponent was tough, those Indians from he's from the Amazon, that guy got that Amazon blood, so they're strong, like they can assimilate punches, bro.
Yeah, because he was getting beat on. I'm like, man, I don't know what the corner was waiting on, but I'm like, man.
And he knew how to block his lever and stuff, like the guy wasn't a bum, but is this guy's second fight, in Netflix, in this big card. So I like that part, and was a good opponent, was a tough opponent, not an opponent that will, that you will say, they give him just a bomb to knock him out quick. No, he worked on the guy, he give good punches, the guy assimilate, but I like what I saw. I really like it.
He could switch fluently, like with effort, like, man, he was almost doing it almost as good as Oshaki was doing it, to where at any point, and it wasn't goofy. He didn't lose nothing. He didn't hesitate. This guy, he got a high ceiling. Now, if he dealing with somebody with some power, there was a couple times where if he was dealing with somebody with some real power, they'd have been patient and timed them. But like that just come along with more fights. But like he was a spark plug, man. He was a spark plug. Yeah, but let's get into what everybody came here for, man. This right here. Let's get into the meats and the potatoes, which is up your alley. Merry Christmas.
Ooh, yeah.
AJ, he pretty much, I don't know why people in their political ways were sitting up here trying to act like they didn't know or they were shocked about what was going to happen. Like, like regardless whether he from across the pond or not, like, AJ,
I wasn't surprised. Okay, I can call out, Jake Paul's gonna knock down AJ and stuff, because of course I'm pumping and stuff. It's my guy, whatever. But if as soon as Jake Paul stopped moving and and Joshua was gonna land that hand. Period. And he got power in that hand.
Hold on, because
But I like what Jake did because he showed me that he has boxing skills. The way he was able to avoid punches, how to move, keep his guard up. Those first 4 rounds, people will say, "Oh, he was running." No, he was avoiding punches. He was moving, to see where he can land his punches. He landed a couple clean, good punches. But he's a tired already. He got a big body.
Malazar, by that third round, right? By the third round, when Jake was really, really holding, and you seen AJ just come down, like right down on those liver shots, and you heard them. The reason why I was laughing when you was talking, because in that third round, I don't know if people saw it, but you see, like when they break it up and he stands up, he was actually stretching his back, like, oh God, dude.
But you know what? He can quit in that third round and don't come out in the fourth. Even in the fourth, that Joshua pushed him down because Joshua played dirty too. He was frustrated. He cannot catch the guy. He's looking awful. And as soon as Jake grabbed him, he push him down to the canvas, do dirty work, hit him in the floor. Like, bro, you're an Olympian. Why you're doing that? This guy is 20 levels below you. You don't need to do that. But, I was not expecting, I can talk trash and say a lot of stuff. But Joshua, for me, he even knocking down Jake Paul looked really, really way low levels because you wasn't able to cut the ring. You wasn't able to cut his exit. You have to wait till the guy run out of stamina, so then you can land that one punch. That's what I saw. I'm not gonna take. I know Jake Paul. We all know him and stuff like that, but I cannot take out that he was able to take punches away from a heavyweight, a Olympian, a gold medal. How you say, he got the whole 4 titles and stuff. So if he was able with that heavy body that he got, like Jake is not a guy to be doing that style. It's too heavy for that. But he was able to take out punches and land a couple punches. That was the most impressive when he threw that overhand and hit him. It's like, holy shit. But he having no power and no stamina and shit. I'm gonna say it like this. I thought about many different things when I was looking at it. Part of me, I was holding AJ accountable, like, bro, you're a gold medalist. Cut this ring off and get this guy out of here. But besides that, it was more like it was. Everybody want to see Jake Paul in the floor with a broken jaw. So everybody got it.
It was more like this. In what I'm saying is that Joshua is coming off of a knockout, right? He's coming off of a knockout. Number 2, he said he was coming off a 15-month layoff. You feel what I'm saying? When you look at the 2 guys, who is far more active? You're gonna give it to Jake Paul. You're gonna say, out of the 2, you are far more active and things like that. But your activity wasn't at a level that you had to use foot movement like that. That's coming out and surprising me on some Devin Haney shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, they snuck and brought Devin for the camp for this one, because I don't know who the fuck taught this dude how to create those exits and get the fuck up out of there from a gold medal.
Was good doing it.
And I give him credit. I give him credit for that. But as he created those exits, if he was anywhere near a decent boxer, as he created those exits, he was actually turning AJ at some of those points. And as he turned, AJ was lumbering around that turn, and you could have just let something go. You were the more nimble guy. So
that's the impressive part, because we know Jake Paul is not at that level, but able to do that.
But that was the game plan. No, but that was the game plan based on his corner. His corner was like, "Don't throw no fucking punches. Just move. Just move." And I was like,
but you have to throw punches, you know. But but remember, Jake Paul was training to fight a smaller guy that was Tank Davis. So your training is totally different. Then you have to change to a massive dude like Joshua. So now you have to gain mass like crazy. So that takes stamina away. You know, just couple things here and there. He came out with the Puerto Rican flag, so you know I'm not gonna shit on him. I'd be like, shit, bro. You know, I'm not gonna shit on you.
Salazar was in his happy place watching that fight. I give it to you, bro.
What's up, Calico? What's going on, man?
Yo, what's going on, brother?
What's happening?
Hey, every time I come up here and speak to all the brothers, man, my boy do me like this, man. What's going on, man?
What up, G?
What's going on, bro?
What's going on with y'all? Hey, you already know, man, that was abysmal, man. You feel me? Like, man, boxing is so bittersweet, man. Like, whenever we get what we want, sometimes we be sad about it, man. You be like, damn, you know, like people getting obliterated when they don't belong in that ring, man.
Who tell her, bro? But I'm gonna keep it a beam, man. From the end of the fourth going into the fifth and sixth, I was really enjoying those rounds. I was enjoying Jake Paul's antics, because when he would get up, and stretch his back, like, oh my God, this dude body shots. I was dying watching that. My girl was like, yo, what was you in there watching that you was laughing so hard? I was watching the Jake Paul fight. And she was like, it was that funny? I was like, girl. I said, listen, whoever came up with that Martin, I forgot what channel, but they had the Martin fight, Martin versus Tommy Hearns versus Jake Paul Joshua. I was like, bro, you nailed it. Wow, you nailed it. So yeah, that's where I was at,
but in the last knockdown, when Joshua really hit him, because the other falls, you know, was more pushed down and he fell, no legs and stuff. But the last one in the corner, I say, please don't stand up, bro. Stay down there. You're good. I'm not gonna shit on you. Just stay down.
Yo, the body shots. No, Malazar. Them body shots when he had his head damn near around his waist and
I saw them.
Like, boom! Yo, he had no choice but to take the knee, because he was like, oh God. You didn't keep seeing him say, oh my God?
Yeah.
Hey, bro, I swear to y'all, I could tell by the look on his face, like around that fourth round, really that fifth round, man, he had a look on his face like AJ has broken the script.
Yeah.
He was looking like, oh my gosh, I'm going to die. Like he literally like it sunk in. He's like, AJ has broken the script.
Yeah, he's frustrated, feel humiliated, and you know, he wanna prove himself that I am this big bad dude. I'm like, whatever.
Like, bro, it's nothing in the world he could have done to even survive that fight, let alone win that fight. I mean, every time he grabbed that man by the knees and was on his knees begging for help, like, he would have been knocked out every time had he not done that.
But that's the part that I don't like it. Like Joshua pushing him down, like, bro, you already drop him. You see him that he's out of life. Just let him stand up, and you know, like the antics that he used, like, bro, they know, you know, I don't know. But it was funny, was good. I watch it on Netflix. It's not like I have to waste $80 to watch it.
Yeah.
So,
man, my lady, in the first round, my lady said, man, she was like, man, Jake, he came out on some Devin Haney shit, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what she said. I was like, I was laughing, I was cracking up. But then I said, I was sitting there watching. I said, man, I know AJ ain't really out here scripting it up, because that shit looked so scripted. he was doing like this and shit. Like I'm like, man, like you ain't even trying to cut the ring. You purposely followed this man. I'm like, how long are you gonna do this? Because I knew that the bet for the under over was 3.5. So I said, I know it's going to at least go 4 rounds. So I thought I had picked that he was going to stop him in the 4th round. You know what I'm saying? But that it was kind of hard to watch, man. Like watching Anthony Joshua follow this man around and then him grab. And then when I heard his corner say, "Yeah, just move," I'm like, man, when you gonna tell him to try to punch this man? Like you just wanted him to just move.
Yeah.
That
was the part I was talking about. To be perfectly honest, the day of the fight, I was like, I think I was telling my lady, and she was like, "So who you got?" I said AJ, but I think he gonna stop him maybe late in the 5th or sometime in the 6th round. But I don't see this fight going past 6th round. Yeah. I think he gonna do what he got to do to get some rounds in, give us some entertainment. You know, give us a bit of controversy in there, knowing Jake Paul and this AJ fight. So, I'm expecting to see something like that.
Yeah, I enjoy watching Logan in the outside, looking at his brother and jumping. He was so excited and stuff. Come on, bro! And getting into the ring when Jake was in the floor. You're okay, brother. I like that shit. You know,
he was tight that his brother was sitting there still on the floor. Like, where's the doctor? You're not gonna look at him? I was like,
no, yeah, but that relationship always, you know, is something that get inside me. Whatever, stuff like that.
Hey, put it like this: like I don't know who the Illuminati is, but I felt like they had a lot to do with this weekend, and there was some punishments handed out. They handed out punishments to people that are too wealthy to go to prison, aka Andrew Tate and Jake Paul.
Oh, I saw the picture of Andrew Tate. I don't saw the fight. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, they both was on their hands and knees, almost begging their opponent not to do it.
Damn.
Yeah, like, Andrew Tate was talking about he was terrified, he was scared. Mm-hmm. When he started to realize he was losing.
He said he felt fear.
Yeah.
And he's saying this is something he's never felt before.
Well, he was talking mad trash because the other guy don't know how to sell the fight, so he was teaching him how to sell a damn fight, but
bro,
it's personal.
Like all I gotta say, man, is at the end of the day, I just found a way to enjoy what I was looking at, because sometimes I'll go back and watch a fight a second time, and even when I go back and watch that, even when I went back and watched just basically the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th round, well, the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th round, I just couldn't stop laughing, and I started laughing even more because it was Jake Paul's expressions that just kept on making me laugh.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And
suffering, and it's good, yo. He gives what people want to see. People want to see him suffering and getting beat up and whatever. So they got it, and he got paid for it.
That was good for boxing because I feel like it injected a healthy dose of fear back into the sport of boxing.
Yeah,
right?
So other
I'm
people
talking about
can
for the fans, like
exactly.
Because when we were young, we were scared of motherfucking Mike Tyson. Yeah. Motherfuckers had to tell you shit like, would you fight him for $1 million and all this, you know?
And niggas would still be like, no.
Be honest, we was like, hell no.
I don't want that brain damage.
Hey, and then guess what? After Tyson got older and, you know, time just went by, now we feel like, fuck Tyson. Man, I would have did it. Now we see Anthony Joshua in there and with a regular human, and we know we do not want no motherfucking problems with no Anthony Joshua, bro.
I don't even want him with Wilder, because if he still got half of that power, he gonna knock me into
bro.
drill bib,
bro. I'll never be the same.
Helmet.
And two,
I'll never be the same.
People can see that running in the ring, not running, but taking punches and moving like that is not that easy neither. You saw how he ran out of gas in the third
now y'all
round.
can appreciate it, but I be trying to tell people doing the Devin Haney is not that easy, or everybody would avoid damage. Man, I see fighters get hurt and they all try to get on their bicycle and it don't work.
Nah,
Devin Haney, what he did cannot actually be done. You're not gonna find probably nobody else that can do that.
What David Haney do, I can find a bunch of them. Like what
Other
Pernell
Shakur.
Whitaker
Other
used to
Shakur.
do, that is different. Pernell Whitaker was different, but it's difficult moving the ring 12 rounds, 36 minutes,
It is.
moving, avoiding, throwing punches. It's not easy either. You
It's
know?
the hardest
I
part.
thought that fight was 8 rounds. Wasn't that?
Yeah.
Oh,
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it could have been 8
8
rounds.
rounds, but imagine the whole 12 round, 36 minutes.
No, there
doing
was
the
no
same
way.
thing.
There was no way Jake Paul was gonna last 36 minutes.
Hell no, he did it for
No,
12
okay.
minutes and he was
That
out of
ring
gas.
was
Bro.
big as shit. That ring was big as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hey, after the first round, in my assessment, Jake Paul looked like it was the 8th round. For real.
Bro.
I was like, this is not gonna end well.
No, when I saw him moving like that so
Way
fast
too
in
much.
the
Way
first
too
round,
much moving.
and I saw his body weight, I'm like, bro, you're burning stamina like a bonfire. You need to slow down a little bit if you want to last the whole 8. And then I look, oh shit, 8 rounds.
Man,
That's
I
like
think
the
I
final.
don't know what I don't remember what round it was. Maybe the first or second. I was texting out that using gifts and stuff like that of just Jake Paul running, like just running for his life, and I was
Hey,
like, oh,
you know
Man.
what the scariest part of that fight was?
What?
The AJ still took it easy on him.
Yeah, he did very much so. Like
Like,
even that
like,
last punch.
Even you see the juice fly off that motherfucker. Like that was still taking it easy on him. Like he could have really he could have damn near like
He could have decapitated.
made Jake Paul not be able to fight again, man. If he really wanted to, man, he still took it easy on him.
I don't think he trained like for a real fight. I think he trained like, this is a bomb. I'm gonna take it easy on him, and he don't did a lot of workouts and stuff like that. But anyway, I never been good on Joshua.
he
I
did
never
more
liked him.
training for Francis Ngannou than he did for Jake Paul.
For Jake Paul. He know the size and everything, like
Look, for years, I've been damn near scared of AJ. Back when he fought Klitschko, you know how they slow the film down and they freeze the frame? He hit Klitschko with an uppercut in that fight.
Mm-hmm.
With his neck extended almost, man, bro.
Yeah.
Man,
Oh.
to me, 15 inches. It looked like cartoon, looked like Go-Go Gadget neck.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I
Like
was
they-
like, oh my gosh, how you do a human like that? I'm talking about Klitschko got one of them big, strong muscle necks.
Hey, I'm gonna say it like this. I knew 100% as a complete matter of fact that AJ took it easy, because when Jake Paul tried to do like a stab jab, an extended stab jab to AJ acted like he wanted to throw the uppercut and then completely just backed out of it. Like he saw the knockout was right there. Like, if I throw this uppercut, I'm gonna murder this guy right now.
He always
He
fight
just-
like that.
he just
He always
backed
fight
out.
like that.
No, I seen this dude literally do the alligator arm hook, man. He did 2 of them. He did like this. He was like, I said, oh man, I said, man, you could have decapitated this dude.
But AJ always fight like that too. Like it's not
But
just
that's-
like he took it easy on him. It's like he never been that good neither.
Okay, I'm gonna say
he's
like,
good. Joshua is good with lower level boxers, but as soon as you put somebody at his same level or a little bit above, he's always sunk.
but what I give Joshua and both him and Boots, I probably say both of them have the nastiest uppercuts in boxing right now. Like the uppercuts they throw, if them joints land, you're pretty much not gonna survive them jump offs when they throw them. You know what I'm saying?
But
I got one other dude that's up there
got
when it
Dubois.
comes to uppercuts.
if we're gonna choose between Joshua, a British guy, I go with Dubois.
Who's that?
Tank.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. No.
See,
Tank is nasty.
Tank. Other than a heavyweight, Tank has the best one punch knockout power I've probably ever seen. I'm just
Tank
being
is
honest.
nasty. People
Like-
want to take away from him, but he's the real deal.
Real deal, he is.
Yeah.
Like no matter what people say, they
And
hate
that's
him.
Especially when you piss him off. Like he got one.
Yes,
of
sir.
them things
You
where
would
it's like,
you
once
wouldn't
you
like
hit
him when he's angry.
you wake him up and shit, like, cause he one of them dudes where he kind of sometimes he kind of need to get hit, man. Once you hit him and he be like, oh shit, like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
like,
He's
you know
one
what
of
I'm
those
saying? He
guys
come
like that.
alive.
Like
Yeah.
that.
When he realizes he in a fight, that's when he'll beat your ass.
Yeah, because when Ryan caught him and it he took those couple of steps back, he was like, "Oh, for
No.
real? That's what type of time we on?"
Hey, when Rolly hit him, I'm talking about Rolly left a mark on his forehead. My boy say he ain't doing that no more.
Yeah, Frank Martin put hands
Dude.
on. Like,
Oh, yeah,
okay,
Frank Martin
this
asked
is what
for it.
we doing. This
Yeah.
the type of time we on. Okay, cool. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm.
No, and how easy people ditch these boxers because with Frank Martin, people were saying he was a bomb and this and that. Like they don't even saw his previous fight that he had now. And then look what he do after he fight Tank. Like, bro, look how
Exactly.
he
Everybody.
never was. Why you want to take like out of these boxers when they've been beating themselves up to get to this level and fight for a fucking title? You know, it's
Yeah, I
but
love him. I love them all.
they have been proven. Like people to say the same stuff about my bad about Lamont Roach. Oh, that's a bomb from 100. Bro, he's the champion in 130. What are you talking about? He's moving up in weight. He's trying to get another title. Why you say he's not good? Because he's the champion at 130? What are you
Hey.
talking about?
Hey,
And
me and my
look what
partner.
he did.
Me and my partner earlier, like you fucked the head up, but I want to ask y'all before I tell you, like, what is the best name in boxing? Like the best last name that a fighter has. That's the best name in boxing.
Now or from what era? Like when?
Like you can really go with what any time, but I think I know somebody right now. He has the best name you can have as a boxer. But
Like
go
a
ahead.
commercial name,
No,
a nickname, or your real name?
Not their nickname, really their real name. I'm really talking about the real name.
All right,
Let's
Savage.
keep it in this era. Let's keep it in this era because that from any era is too big.
Because we all know Wilder. You know, that's a great last name. But I got a better one. It's a better one.
Fury is
Hey, that's a good one.
That's
Yep.
a good one.
That's a good one. Fury and Wilder. You know?
I know. There's a dude, but I think he might be a young fighter, but I can't remember his name. Someone was just saying something like that, and they said this dude's name, or I know it wasn't a premonition dream of being on a panel and this question being asked, but I believe you're gonna tell us it's a young dude.
Yeah, it's somebody we talk about all the time. But I got a brother when he said his name today, I'm like, wow, I never realized that. But
Who you
My
got?
boy-
Who you got?
my boy Richardson, what does he do? Hit chins. He hit chins, man.
yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
hit chins. As a boxer,
Yeah, that's what I always said. A made up name. They even made him a name.
that's what I
Whatever.
say. I think they made him a name
They
because
made
he is
him a name.
Haitian.
Yeah,
He's Haitian. He's Haitian. That's not a Haitian last name.
That's what I'm. He's Asian, and that's not a hate. So they even made him a name to get him this. Whatever. I'm
Yes.
not gonna get into it. Whatever. I'm gonna go with the flow.
Yeah, man. But to hit chins, like Deontay Wilder's last name could have been hit chins. You know what I'm saying? Because when
Deontay
or
hit chins.
Javante hit chins. Like when he hit your chin, bro, it's over. You know, Anthony hit chins instead of Joshua. You know,
No, bro.
for real.
Yeah.
I just find it
He hit
ironic. I find it ironic, bro.
It's just getting under a lot of people's skin, man.
Bro.
He got a lot of people upset, man. I'm like,
I that what you say about his last name, that was the first stuff I thought when long time ago. That's what I'm like, yo. But whatever. I'm not gonna go with conspiracy theories now. We're talking about boxing. So, F it.
Oh, Calico, I got something for you because this was in the house.
I like Choo Choo Carrington.
With that.
That name is cool.
Teofimo Sr. basically said that their plan is that they're going to outbox Shakur. Now I was like,
outbox?
AC brought up a good point, but I say, if you told me that you're going to try to go in there and outbox him, I'm going to tell you you're going to lose. But AC said that they said the same thing about Lomachenko and Josh.
He never outboxed.
But you think he's going to go in there and outbox him?
No, he bluffing. You know, he's not giving up his game plan.
Is the reason Teofimo Lopez didn't represent the USA in boxing because somebody else
took
it.
He's not going to do that at all
in 126 pounds.
But you know what? They're flip flopping because Shakur saying he gonna go in there and dominate Tio, and Tio and them saying they gonna go in there and outbox. So they kind of
they have to sell
they're really speaking on each other's game plan, you know, because if anything, Shakur is gonna go in there and try to outbox, and you know, Tio's gonna try to go in there and enforce his dominance. You know what I'm saying?
These two need to trash talk a lot to call a boxing community, because why not? Remember, 10 days before is a fight, and it's the Puerto Ricans are into that fight. If we were not paying attention to so that the Puerto Rican market is closed for that fight, Teofimo and Shakur. So now you got the American black market, the Mexicans that they don't pay attention too much to that fight. So now you have just American, period, paying attention to Shakur and Teofimo. So if you want to call more people to look at your fight and buy it, you need a lot of trash talking and a lot of, so a lot of BS in the media so you can sell it, because you have a small market, right? Because the British market, they're watching that fight in the 10 too. So you don't have the British, you don't have the Puerto Ricans, the Mexicans are not paying attention, so you just got the American. So you better start talking and selling this shit.
They needed a strong undercard. That's why if Hitchens and Keyshawn would have did it, that would have gave that card a major boost. Now you do got Shushu on it, and he's fighting for a title.
But you need Mexican.
But his opponent, Carlos Castro, not too many people know who that is. But the other thing is that, because I was looking at it like, man, I might try to shoot up there and go to that, and the tickets are outrageous to me.
That too.
Like, they won like $390 something. They won like $390 something for like.
Boxers want to get
they got to
paid.
take off $300. Take $300 off that motherfucker.
I mean, they could. I'm talking, and that's not even a range where if you get hit, then you get some sweat on you or something. That's not even
300, and they don't even have the full for yet.
Be like this.
No, 300, man. I gotta be able to like I don't even want to zoom in on the phone. I just want to pull out the phone. That's it. I ain't zooming in. I'm right there.
It was $392 from what I seen. $392.
Yeah, because they want to get paid. He's paying this big money, so they need to sell share. But with Shakur, and you need a Mexican opponent in the undercard for if it's for Hitchens or if it's for Chuchu Karin, for anybody, because they want to bring some guy from New York that can sell tickets. So you need Chuchu Carrington there, because Hitchens don't sell nothing. That guy can sell. Exactly. So you need a Chuchu Carrington, and you need a Mexican opponent for Chuchu Carrington. So now the Mexicans get interested and buy tickets, and buy the fight, because
matter of fact, when is the Hitchens fight? Him and Jermaine Ortiz.
That's the 20th. I think it's the undercard of what? Teofimo Shakur?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not sure.
Me too.
No,
I was trying to make sure.
31st.
I was trying to make sure.
That's the 31st.
January 31st?
Yeah.
January 10 is Matias and Dalton Smith. That's what I'm saying. You got like 20 days window over there, and people already spend money there. So you better do a freaking card that call eyes. You feel what I'm saying? Great. Because in 1 month, okay, you're paying, if you go in pay-per-view, you're gonna pay $50 for the Matias fight, right? So, and if Turkey wanna ask you for $75, $80, he better make a damn ass car.
Hey, I just wanted to add too. I've been wanting to say this on somebody's panel, but goddamn it, Armando Vargas
Yes,
is a fucking sham.
you
Oh,
think?
I could have told you that.
Armando.
Yeah, he's
I could have told you
garbage.
that. I could have told you that.
He's hot garbage.
Because his
the oldest-
last fight, he got beat the fuck up, and they still got. I turned that shit off. I said, man, this nigga about to get knocked out, but he got. It was politics, man. Go back and watch his last fight, not this fight, because I didn't watch this one. But that last one, they told me everything I need to know. He's nothing like El General. He's nothing like Emiliano.
I
Nothing
thought
like
that was the guy you
Emiliano.
was talking, Emiliano. That's the youngest brother.
Like, bro,
Emiliano
bro,
was the business. Like, I
bro.
think he nice.
Bro,
But-
this whole weekend was wrestling and boxing mixed.
But bro,
It was not boxing.
This
It was a lot
card-
of wrestling.
like always, was in pro box. Was everything there? Was knockdown? Was double knockdown? Was first round knockdown? Was everything that you ask in boxing? The cards that you pay money for, that you nothing happened there. In pro box, always, bro. That shit was so freaking awesome. Was the best card? Was good for real. Not big names, but good damn fights.
But what happened with Armando? What happened? What made you say that?
Like only thing he did was wrestle.
Oh.
Like he treated it like he's trying to jack a kid up in the in the hallway up against the lockers and just fight. That's what it was. It was just that type of thing. Like you grab somebody's shirt and then you try to punch after that, maybe. Like it was pathetic. It's not boxing. Like I wouldn't be able to teach my kid anything from that. You're like, yeah, this is how you lose. You feel me? This is how you lose. That's the only thing I can tell him.
Yeah, I ain't even watch it.
But that happened with all these last names, from famous dads. Most of them,
Yep.
the same shit. I like Emiliano. I like it because I saw him boxing a couple times, so was good. I like how he dressed. I like the way he expressed himself, and plus how
But he trained. You could tell he trained. Like he
Yeah.
trained. Them other guys, they kind of just riding the wave. But like, what's gonna
Yeah.
take Emiliano so far because he actually trained.
Man,
Like he was the
Kermel
only one
Moton.
talking about Floyd and saying that, hey, he cited Floyd. He said, yeah. He said, I grew up watching Floyd. He's like, man, Floyd after the club, he'll go out and be social, but then he'll run home. He said, I'm doing that kind of stuff. Like I'm running.
Yeah.
Like I'm about to go run now. Like so, he kind of got that. He got that part down the way he know that that's what's gonna separate him. 'Cause naturally, I don't know. I think he got to stay in shape because his dimensions and all that. Like, he's nice. I'm waiting to see. I don't know. I think they kind of got him in. Abdullah kind of pegged on the same
Ooh, my guy.
trajectory.
Oh,
But
I'm sold in Abdullah Mason. Sold. Oh my god, that's my guy. Yeah.
you sold on
Yeah,
Abdullah.
I'm sold on him. I like his style. I like he's not afraid. I like he get clip and click back. I even like when he get dropped, stand up and freaking knock down the guy. That's the part that I like the most. When he touched the canvas, stand up and fight back. Oh my god, I love that.
Who you talking about?
Abdullah Mason. Oh my god,
Abdullah
I
Mason?
love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love him.
And the speed of his hands, that's what he needs to work on. Volume punches, not just hitting hard. If you got that speed, just use volume punches and you're gonna overwhelm your
No, he got to
opponent.
get his head off the line.
Eh,
Like,
I don't know.
That's
That's
probably
the
it.
part. That's the part that
Everything else is near perfect.
and getting clip and clip back. I like my boxers get clipped sometimes here and there, and I like to see him. I like to see them like getting clipped and assimilate the punch. Like, bam, you hit me hard, okay, bam, but know what to do because some guys get clipped
See,
and they
I
just
don't want it
react
to
to
be.
that.
I don't want it to be a guarantee that every fight my fighter's gonna get hit like that.
Oh well, yeah. No, it have to be with good fights, with not.
No, it looks like it's a guarantee.
Yeah, I think that's what I like it. Like going on, yeah. Like I don't know. Maybe.
Like even Boots Ennis, like it does look like a guarantee that he's gonna get the big punch. He's gonna get it.
And then he's gonna come back and finish the fight. That's what I like to see in my fighters, getting clipped and
I love it. I love all that. I feel you. But it's best just to go untouched sometimes.
I don't like it.
Like to me, I don't know why people don't block. Like I don't see enough boxers. Like I was looking at Jake Paul, I'm like, this dummy won't block one punch.
Well, he blocked a couple punches and but
no, he was blocking it, ducking it.
Yeah, but
bro,
with his
forehead.
That guy from up there was throwing bricks, not bricks. He was throwing cinder blocks. That shit coming from a tower, coming down to you. Man. Boom!
That man was in there tree hugging, man.
Bro, but the guy was a giant.
Man, I'm like, man, what you trying to do to this man out here?
He was shoe shining.
He was shoe shining. Getting down there, man.
Yeah, he was literally shoe shining.
It's like what? He's like a basketball player, but a boxer. It's 6'5".
No, like a defensive end.
Yeah.
A middle linebacker.
Yo.
Like Julius Peppers. Imagine if Julius Peppers put on some boxing gloves.
And you are a
for real.
It was. Thank God I was on. Me, Joshua grabbed me by my waist and throw me like 15 feet, and I from one sidewalk to the other side of the sidewalk with one hand. Man, they got boom, flying. I'm like 145 in my best days. 147.
Like really, that's like Cam Newton's side. Cam Newton was a big dude.
And Fury is bigger. Fury is taller than Joshua.
Man, Joshua could knock him out.
You know when I realized how big was Fury when he went to the WWE and he stand beside these giants and he was taller than the freaking giants of the WWE. I was like, oh my God, what the hell? That's when I say, oh shit, this is monster.
But what you think about that, AC? What do you think about AJ and Fury now? I mean, irrelevant of this Jake Paul. This Jake Paul shit, this ain't got nothing to do with like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
I got Fury.
That ain't got nothing to do with what we gonna see with Fury. But like, what do you think about that fight?
It's probably gonna be a lot more interesting than what people think it's gonna be. AJ does have that one punch knockout power. So for me, it's like, Fury has been in there with some of the baddest punches on the planet and stuff like that. And I think AJ kind of has that viciousness in him, to whereas if he gets Fury in trouble, he's got his conditioning and stuff like that looks decent enough that he can go forward and try to get the stoppage without putting himself too much in danger. Where Fury might be these days, I don't know. But I think it's an interesting fight. It's still a fight that I think the fans are still like, you know what? Both of these, the Wilder Fury AJ thing is pretty much over, but it still feels like there's some unfinished business. Like no matter what, regardless, I think, let's just say AJ wins, people are still going to want to see AJ versus Wilder. And if Wilder gets past Chisora, I think that might be the next fight, or it might be the next fight for AJ, depending on whether or not they can get the Fury fight across the line, or whether Wilder will step up in there. So I just think it's unfinished. I just think it's unfinished business with AJ and Fury and Wilder, and I think they all want to end their careers. Well, for Fury, he's already beat Wilder, and for him it's just AJ. So I think they might get it across the line on that note.
Yep. And the last hurrah is gonna be Wilder and Fury. I mean Wilder and AJ. You know,
But
like that's pretty much what they saving that for, because they know they're going to sleep. They were never interested in going to fucking bed, you know. But now that they've seen the worst, they ready to face each other. But
Yeah.
But
it's a little bit more money in the wait in between that.
but let me ask you something though, real quick. Cause did you say Chisora AC?
Yeah, I think Wilder's supposed to be
Yeah.
fighting Sora.
Yeah,
What
that's
happened
the
to
warm up. No, that's the warm up for Usyk. Because he already said, like Deontay Wilder said over 6 months ago before the Herndon fight, that he said before the Herndon fight that this is just a warm up and he's gonna get 2 tune-ups before something real big. So he already knew that he had the Usyk fight coming. He just wanted to, prime himself by knocking
somebody out.
somebody out.
Yeah,
you
and
know?
at the end of the day, if that fight between Wilder and Chisora is over in the UK, it's still gonna sell.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't love that
Oh
fight.
my gosh! Oh
they're
my!
gonna
What?
sell.
They respect
Well,
it. They respect the truth.
But in Fury and Joshua, because the old Fury, I got him, because Fury have been knocked down in the floor and stand up like a freaking mummy and finish the fight, not once, not twice. But that's another thing. The Fury of these days, what he's been doing, it's sugar booger and couple of girls of the night, and drinking and pouring, being the gypsy king. That's another stuff. But because Joshua, he don't got hard. That guy frustrate too quick, he drowned in his own water. You feel me? Like in a little glass of water, he drowned. Like Fury, he this guy is a mastermind. He know how to play with you inside that ring and eat your mind. For him is different. Not just hitting you. He's playing with he's doing mind games with you. So Joshua can get frustrated and Fury knocked him out. But the problem is what Fury has been doing these past 2 years. Can he have the stamina to get in the ring 12 rounds? Can he do it? He will do it for money because, bro, hell yeah, and he know he's gonna cash out good in this fight. So, but how he's that? CJ told me, no, CJ or AJ. Whether I can read it.
I think it depends on both of their motivations because I seen in my scorecards I had Ngannou beating Fury in my book. You go out and you see AnthonyJoshua sparking. I think it's going to come down to their motivation. I think depending on AJ might be in the right headspace, but it depends on how far out it is. Like it's just going to be anytime soon. Do they get a warm up, or is he going to get Fury right off the couch? If he get him right off the couch, give me AJ.
Yep.
But if they let Fury get a tune up, and it's somebody like halfway decent, like
another Jake Paul, but with another name. Another Jake Paul with a different name. Just warm up and get in that ring, catch some bread, and then make the fight. So yeah, don't get injured neither. You don't want to put a high caliber guy that maybe hit him hard and cut him or whatever, and then the fight is postponed because he got a cut. Just somebody to sell some tickets and whatever. That's what they've been doing so far. So why not doing it now and sell it in England because they're gonna buy it.
Now, what y'all think about this Clarissa Shields and Franchon? And why Clarissa not trying to fight Shadavia?
I don't watch that.
You don't watch it?
No, I don't like it.
It's a rematch. I like the trajectory that Franchon has been on since she lost. And stuff like that. She seemed to come into her own, took some stuff away. Out of most of the opponents that Clarissa fought, besides the white girl that beat her in the Olympic, not in the amateurs or whatever.
Marshall.
Yeah, Savannah Marshall. I think Franchon gave her her toughest fight, one of her toughest fights. So a certain part of me feels like I don't mind it, but you're not doing yourself any favors by not fighting Shadeja. If Shadeja's next, okay, cool. You're giving us back-to-back, solid jump offs. One is a rematch, and after some time, and the other one is a fight that people are asking for.
Mm-hmm.
But that's kind of where I landed. I really don't have an issue with it. It's a fight that I actually want to see because Clarissa's headspace is a little bit different these days. It's not in the same headspace where they first met, and I thought the fight was really close. I did feel Clarissa won, but I was like, oh, girl could fight, and if you rematch her, you might walk away with some lessons, and she might be able to get you on that second one. She might. You know what I'm saying? Let y'all go your separate ways and do some stuff, and then we'll see what the writing looks like on either side. And that's kind of what I'm getting here. So it's something that I'm on the low. I'm kind of looking forward to watching that fight. I don't have no issues with it.
Yeah, I was just concerned whether or not they're friends. But Franchon, she a dog. I don't know. I wanted the time. I wanted to see Shadeja, man, while Shadeja got that spark, because I don't want too much more time to go by.
Yeah.
Talking about having a baby and all this other stuff. So I don't know. We'll see, man. I do think that the conversation with her and Alicia, I think we could forget about it. I don't think her and AB ever fight, man.
Yeah.
So
it's just, to me, it might be a weight difference now, right?
Yeah, it is.
That's the biggest thing, because Clarissa already went all the way up to heavyweight.
Yeah, I think it is, man. And they be too small to fight that girl, especially if she wants Clarissa to shrink down. I don't think she got the pull to make her shrink down, but let's see.
But is there any truth to the rumor mills of
Yeah, that's not happening.
Big Baby versus Frank Sanchez? That fight's supposed to be pretty close to being made.
Oh, I haven't heard anything else about it.
Frank Sanchez. Oh, the Cuban Frank Sanchez. Yes, at the last fight.
But that's dangerous. That'll be dangerous, man. That'll be dangerous for Big Baby. Like right now, coming off his, unless he got, I don't know. Sign me up to see it.
Yeah, that's where I'm at, because I would have that fight. Again, it's like when we thinking about a lot of these fights, it's all of these nuances, and for me, my biggest thing is whatever was going on with your knee, Frank, have you got that shit taken care of? Because you coming out in that big ass knee brace shit, that's not really going to work too much against Big Baby, because I think that'll be the type of thing that gives him a lot of confidence to be mobile, fight behind his jab, and just come in there with a shitload of confidence, like I'm not worried about you.
Damn, bro, you really been watching boxing, because I barely hear people noticing. Only the Cubans that know about Frank Sanchez, his knee problems and stuff like that. Most people don't even know who he is.
Oh, he's been one of my guys, bro. He's been one of my guys,
bro.
Since he hung up his amateur career and stepped into boxing, I was like, look at this little frame heavyweight dude. He gonna be a problem for these bigger guys. you know, and
Yeah,
it just didn't turn out
work
that
out.
way. Yeah. But I'm still a Frank Sanchez fan and stuff
Yeah.
like that. You know what I'm saying?
Cuban struggle a lot. It's very hard for them because they don't have hometown. You know, they don't have country. They have to, do what they
Yeah.
have to do. And then some of them cannot even fight inside the states because all this BS.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult for them. Like when they're in the island, they're good, but when they come out and they have to, it's so.
And the amateurs and the global level, you have no problem with getting paid. But being that this country has its political issues with you and sanctions and stuff like that, that's the reason why.
No, and then you come over here.
It took Bivol a minute before he was able to get paid off the Canelo fight. So,
No, and they change. Remember, the life in Cuba is totally different from what it is in different, and the drastic change from Cuba lifestyle to change to the American lifestyle. All this that you have to pay for everything, taxes. If you don't work, you don't have a roof. Over there, it's communism. You don't have to work. You are an athlete, and they pay everything, so you don't have to worry about that. Over here, you have to pay for everything.
Yeah.
So, and as soon as they see a couple dollars, they want change. It's so that's why they struggle so bad here. Like feel bad. Like they got good boxers, but the problem they struggle to our lifestyle.
I think that's what happened to Robisi.
Yep.
Robisi went a superstar, man. He went down there to Miami. And he's a star. I mean, he is a little star, but that shit.
No, and
I
then
don't know, man. Been waiting for him to come back, man. I like that little dude, man.
The government did dirty to him in the island that they make him take him a tattoo, like they rip his skin off and they sew it. Oh, that story's nasty. So when he was champion, that he was gonna fight this guy, the tall guy that now is the champion, the first fight, his parent was having some issue with the government over there, and he was thinking more in his family. He was talking that in an interview they did to him before the fight and shit. I was like, dude, you're about to fight. Why are you talking about your parents in Cuba? So you're thinking in your political part that whatever is happening in Cuba to your parents because politics, and they don't like you being here and being a Cuban. That's another shit. Sometimes the government get in their fights and make pressure to their family, like they do in North Korea and stuff like that. So it's crazy, bro. I'm so happy being here. So, but yeah, they're good. Frank Sanchez is good, but his knee. The problem is his knee. Let's see.
And I mean,
I didn't even know he had a problem until the Caballero fight.
Yeah.
I didn't even know anything was going on.
I think the wasn't the F.A. Jagba fight kind of postponed because of a sparring injury to the knee?
Oh, was it?
It could be another fight, but I'm don't quote me on this, but I'm almost positive that the original date was pushed back because in sparring or in training, he had really damaged the knee, and they were thinking about knee surgery and stuff like that, and he was supposed to get it after that F.A. Jagba fight, but then I think they may have opted out because the Caballero fight presented itself, and he was like, if we just wear a brace, we probably could do it, because I figured that I'm just guessing. This is just my theory that they may have figured that they could still outmaneuver Adjit Caballero because he doesn't have great feet and great foot movement, and they just felt that they could maneuver him even with the knee brace, and it just didn't turn out that well, because I think they might have just not accounted for the reach and the height. But other than that,
the fact that man do that body work, you gotta have your legs, man. You gotta have full legs.
Yes.
that body work is debilitating, man. He is a body snatcher.
Mm. You know who I like, but he's in 169, 68. Osley Iglesia. Damn, that boy got power in those hands.
Iglesias.
Osley Iglesias. Oh
Yeah,
my god.
he's good. I hadn't seen him fight in a minute though.
No, yeah.
Nah, his last two fights,
Canada.
he kind of like, in my opinion, just to be honest, it just seems something was off with him. I don't know if it was bad camps or something. I don't know if the 168-pound division is getting to him, because he looks like he's a much bigger dude.
Yeah, he can do 175.
Huh?
He can do 175.
Yeah, and that's probably what it was, because it's like in the middle parts of the fight, you look like he was fading, and then it just looked like, I'm not even gonna say it looked like, I just felt he was taking a little bit too much unnecessary movement, and it's like, what's wrong with your feet, bro? Like, move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
He's
saying?
not a mover.
Huh?
Osley is not like those Cubans, like it's a lot of movement. It's more hands and moving sideways, but he got power.
Yeah,
That boy
like
got power.
Like his power is crazy. Part of me feels like I don't know who his trainer is, but maybe he needs to find like a just good American trainer that'll just start to work with his feet, so he can start to set up his power, because as he moves up, he's not showing me those new wrinkles in his game, to whereas he knows how to, get you to walk into his power. You know what I'm saying? And I think,
Okay, making traps and stuff like
that. Yeah. Like, what's the guy? What's the
yes, the peekaboos and yes.
Yeah, what's the Spanish guy that fought Billy?
Lester Martinez.
Yeah, Lester Martinez. Now,
I got Osley over both.
See, me personally, I think Lester might be able to edge him out.
Yeah, but what problem is Lester? They even have to teach him how to stay in the middle range. Like with Mbili, he can win that fight if he stay in the middle range, and he draw himself to that pocket fight that sometimes it's not good for him. He don't have the skills of blocking and hitting at the he just get hit and hit back, and Billy's the same. So that's why. But Osley know how to fight more in the middle range, and he don't try to get like close because he's tall and long. But the footwork, that what you said. I was talking like that with other friends. Like he don't know how to trap the guys, to throw fake punches and then hit you with the overhand, or he don't have.
He gotta start
raw power.
Yeah, he just has to start to train to be able to deliver his strengths more easily, because he's moving up in competition, and you starting to see like the flaws and some of the things that's like 168 we don't have anybody there just yet that's really standing out, so it's a foot race. So which one of you guys are really going to grab the reins and really go for it? Is it going to be is it going to be Mbili? Is it going to be Martinez? Is it going to be Hamza? You know what I'm saying? Is it going to be Iglesias? Is it going to
None of the previous guys that you said convinced me that bad in 168. I think somebody else can come up there.
And that's what I'm saying. And it's like, it's a foot race between all of those guys, because I'm in the same boat. No one is really grabbing the rings to just say, you know what, this is what we're going to do. This is how it's going to go down. And I don't care. I'm making the moves to knock off anybody. And when Bud finally dropped them belts, it's a wrap. I'm going on strap season. So nobody's really talking like that to really to really give that to put the division on notice. We just seeing, oh, this guy is Turk's guy, and this guy is rocking with him, and this guy is top ranks guy.
I think it's Hamza is trying, but like people wasn't trying to really. It wasn't really trying to scrap with him.
But Turk is trying to sell us Hamza like that, you know. But I don't know, whatever. Yeah, I want to see him fighting. You know, I want to see him fighting with Mbidi or Lete or Olay or anybody in 168. Like
the only person who's talking gorilla really at 168 pounds is Edgar is Berlanga.
Yeah,
he's doing all the talking, but you ain't got the skills to back it up. So it's like the guys who's showing us, you know, you may have those skills, you just not like really talking like that. Like,
yeah,
you know.
And after the Canelo fight, he think every fight you're gonna get paid like that. No, boy, you are not gonna get paid like that because you need to fill arenas and you need to win. And it's okay you trash talk and shit. I like it. But bro, train and start fighting and start doing your freaking work. Don't be just chasing that bag. The bag gonna come back, you know. The bag always gonna be there. But if you win and sell fucking seats, don't be waiting for fucking Turkey, you know. Be making. It's a lot of promoters out there.
But Berlanga got exposed, man. Berlanga got exposed because he could afford Caleb Plant. And he could afford Jaime Munguia.
Chasing the bag.
Like, you know, he just talk all that stuff and then, you know, he let Hamza move up and do that to him his first fight up there. You know, it's like he gotta come down off his high horse, you know what I'm saying? And but we had already heard it because it had got out that Lubin had dropped him in sparring. It's like he don't like he a lot of times these guys can dish it. It's very rare with the guys with the dynamite power that they actually can take it. It's rare that they actually have a chin. So, you know what I'm saying? Like we kind of see that because like you can kind of say that with Brian. Like Brian, he'll spark the shit out you, but you catch him right, you know what I'm saying? You can change the complexion of the game. And I think Berlanga is like that. He can dish it, but he can't take that shit like that.
Yeah, no, and Berlanga, his mistake is chasing the bag instead of becoming the bag, like Canelo. That's why Canelo was able to fight, because he knew he don't have to chase nobody. I am the bag. I am the money. So I fight whoever I want to because I am the one who sell the seats, you know? So that give me that power. But when you're chasing the bags, you're chasing anyone's decision. So Berlanga chasing that bag. Okay, I take Turkey is the one offering me that bag. Okay, so now I have to fight the opponent that he gave me. That is not gonna be on my favor. It's gonna be on his favor because he's the one paying instead of me be the one selling. You know, he was not selling. He's trying to get paid. And that happened to a lot of boxers. They're chasing bags and they ended up burn and crash. You know, fucked up. But
wait a minute, I got a question for y'all because I
Tank is the bag too.
I did not know this. Okay, his Christian Billy is just sitting there by himself as the interim champion. For the WBC belt.
They're saying no, him and Hamza. They were saying him and Hamza about to get it on.
Okay, and here's the other thing. Either Crawford was stripped or he dropped it, but the WBO belt is vacant. And Canelo and Hamza is sitting at the number 1 and 2 spot. Canelo and Hamza is also sitting at the number 1 and 2 spot for the WBC.
That's the one that makes sense. Because in the WBO, I don't think WBO will take it away from Crawford. Crawford have to drop it or make it vacant because WBO will never gonna take it away from Crawford.
But once he retired, like how long he got once he announced retirement?
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
he still got 2 belts. They still got his name for the IBF and the WBA.
Yeah, no, but por eso, but that's what I'm saying. Like the WBO don't took it. Like he vacated. Like okay,
Oh shit! Rescindes is the interim champion for the
Rosendi.
WBA.
I don't know. You're the one reading this stuff. I don't
No,
know.
I'm saying it because I'm reading it.
But remember, like Canelo is Mexican, and remember the WBC, and he always been the WBC champion. And Turkey always want his guy Hansa Shiraz fight Canelo. So okay, you lose to Crawford, but now they took the title away. I hear that they was gonna be Hansa Shiraz versus who was the other name?
Billy.
No. Embiid. No. Embiid and Hans Achira was gonna be for the WC, but then I hear that they crashed that out. Turkey don't want it or whatever was not gonna, or I don't know who's crashing, and WBC just took it away off the table. So maybe it's gonna happen Canelo versus Shiraz in Saudi or over here in.
But your boy,
Armando Rescindes. Armando Rescindes and Caleb Plant was interim for the WBA interim.
The Kentucky Derby.
Okay.
Yeah, that was for the WBA.
All right. I didn't know that. And here's the other thing. And this is for Malazar. Iglesias is sitting at the #1 spot for the IBF belt.
Yeah. That's what the Cubans are talking about.
More than likely, it's probably gonna be Munguia might get that shot. I don't know. The guy Kalen Simpson. Let's just look on him and see what his record. Oh, he's just a straight 18-0.
Yeah, that's why
by knockout.
In the Cuban channels, that's what they're talking about. That Iglesias now got a chance for the IBF because he's number 1, but he's not the #1 contender. So then the IBF will need an eliminator from him and somebody else to.
No, but if he's retired, then I think it's just gonna be a straight up fight, and I think it might be.
Yeah, you know how IBFs do it.
Sometimes they do that weird shit when it's a vacant belt. You want to do the title eliminator, and they
make 4 people fight for one belt. You know, they get the 4 and 1 and 2 and 6, whatever, and they make them fight, and then the winner of those fights will fight the title. Sometimes they do that, and sometimes they just do 1 versus 2 or 3, whoever is there, and fight. And
okay, so you got. Let me look at this guy's joint. He's 16-1, 88 rounds, 10 wins by knockout. He's also 29 years old. This dude, Bektemir. Oh man,
Bektabully.
Yeah, I'm just gonna call him that. He's sitting at the #2 spot for Rescindes. And Jamal Charlo is sitting at the #3 spot.
Charlo. IBF?
No, WBA.
Oh, okay. WBA, yes. Now makes sense.
Yeah, so that could look a little interesting right there.
But
I mean, everything is looking interesting right now. 468 pounds.
Who is in the IBF in the 168? Just the IBF. Who is there?
Iglesias, Canelo, Jaime, Caleb Simpson, Hamza Shiraz is sitting at #6. Pavel still the Ligan or something like that.
Yeah. Some Europeans.
Yeah. He's sitting. He's 16-0-1. Give me 1 second. Who else?
So taking out Canelo.
Yeah, Simon something. William Skull.
William Skull is down there too.
Yeah, he's sitting at #9.
So taking out Canelo and Hamza, let's put it over there in the WBC, and let's think they're gonna fight for the title over there. So then over there they got 4 guys that they can make a little what they do and take and make a champion out of them.
So if you're gonna talk about the top 4 guys, and we're gonna remove Canelo. We're gonna
Yeah.
remove
Canelo
Canelo. It'll
and
be
Chivas.
Iglesias. It'll be Jaime Munguia, Caleb Simpson, Hamza Shiraz.
No, take out Chivas too, because Chivas, let's say that he's gonna fight with Canelo.
Then it's Pavel Salegan.
Okay. Or School, because if School is there, maybe they can use School, to fight one of the top guy, because now he's a known name. Americans know him, and a couple people
Skull
know
would be
him.
5'6". Skull would be this. He would be 6 positions down.
Okay.
So he's sitting at number 9.
But taking Hansas and Canelo,
even when you take them out, the guy to fill up that spot would be the Pavel Saligan. I hope I'm saying your last name right. And then it's Simon Zackenberg, whatever that is.
Yeah,
and then
but those two cannot be sold over here in the state because nobody know them. You see what I'm saying? I'm thinking in like a promoter, how will think.
Yeah, but let's talk
here
about William Skull, because the problem with William Skull is he's,
Yep.
he might be on the blackball list because that,
Yep.
his performance with Canelo, and people may not be wanting to do business with him right now.
Yeah, that too.
He's a runner. He's a track star.
Yeah. So,
but Turkey can make something, because remember, if he's paying, he's gonna tell you, yo, if you start running like that, your pay is gonna be half of it, and he don't have no choice because nobody's gonna hire him. You know how? And over there, they don't have the Ali Act because he's Saudi Arabian. Saudi Arabia run by the BBC, the British, so they can do whatever they want out there. That's what I don't like. Our boxers go there because Saudi Arabia is not our rules. So anyway, but they can make business in the IBF and make a champion out of that if they want to. They got a couple guys, good guys. In WBA got Charlo, got they 168 got good names. Like they can make fights. I don't know. Let's see what 2026 brings us, because we're in the end of 2025 now.
Yeah, I'll probably have another one before.
Let me get soda.
In a couple of days, I'll have another one, man. We'll do a wrap up show, like just a little wrap up of what happened in 2025 and looking forward to 2026, man. I'm just gonna get off of here, man, and enjoy the rest. It's my lady's birthday today, so.
Oh, okay, that's
last little 45 minutes.
About to turn off the lights.
Yeah,
light a candle.
Give her other birthday present.
yeah, man. For sure.
But yeah, I appreciate y'all coming through, man, and chopping it up, man. I think boxing, man. I think we can put the shenanigans away for now. I think the public was made aware that it's levels to this, and it's a difference. But Jake did his thing. He got some bread, a lot of bread. AJ did what he was supposed to do, and we got a decent card. It was a decent card.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But
on to the next time, bro. Tell it. Same thing I said to you. Happy New Year's to you. Happy New Year's to the missus, man. That's a beautiful thing.
I appreciate it, man. We appreciate it. I'll let her know.
Yep. Happy birthday to the queen.
All right, man.
Happy New Year.
Show peace.
All right. Melazar.
Vale. You're leaving?
Huh?
You're leaving? You're done?
Yeah, I'm gonna go kick it. It's because my lady's birthday. We got birthdays back to back. Mine the 20th.
Happy birthday. Have fun, dude. What you doing here? Dale, take care. Bye.
Man. Thank you, man. Have a good evening. But thanks to all my people, man, that came out, man, and we got to talk a little bit of boxing, man. We did a recap, man. Decent card. This ain't my last time. I'll probably have one or two more this week. Come up with something, and we'll do a projection for what 2026 holds, and do a small recap of what 2025 had. And that'll be it, man. But I appreciate everybody who came through and said what's up to your boy, man. appreciate all the birthday wishes, man, and all of that, man. You know, it's always positive vibes. We try to keep it boxing over here. And I had fun as usual, man. Anyways, y'all, thanks for choosing Bodywork Boxing. We don't take things for face value. We do that body work.
He didn't want to box. He wanted to actually prove that he could punch with you. He was like, what the fuck is this nigga, right? Oh, okay, you want to go to sleep. You tired.
Welcome to Bodywork.